Hello everyone! Today I'm going to show you how to make these really cute Christmas trees. There are two different styles. One is made with felt and one is made with scrapbooking paper. For the felt Christmas trees, you're going to need sheets of felt. And I just got these at Michael's. There are a lot of different colors, so if you want a different color for your Christmas tree that might match your decor better, you should do that. It would look amazing. You're also going to need some needles, or I couldn't find the push pin needles that I wanted, so I'm using these thin nails. Some E6000 to glue our candlestick to our Christmas tree. I'm also using these foam cones to put our felt onto, and they're just the shape of a Christmas tree, and I did, as you can see, 3 different sizes. And you're going to need scissors to cut out your felt. And as I mentioned, you're going to need a candlestick to glue onto your Christmas tree. Okay, and now for our paper tree, which is so cute, I love it. You're going to need scrapbooking paper. And again, there are so many different colors and patterns that you can choose from. On this Christmas tree, I chose 3 different patterns. And on the Christmas tree that I'm going to make, I'm doing 5, just to see how that looks. So you can do whatever you would like. You're going to need a foam cone for this one as well. And I just decided to do 2 different sizes, but you could also do 3 different sizes. That would look really cute. You're going to need some push pins. And I was able to find these ones just at a grocery store, and they had the colored ends, which I think actually looked really cute. So I decided to use those. If you don't want to, you can just go ahead and use the nails or the silver push pins as well. And this part is optional, but I got some cute knobs to put at the top of our Christmas tree. I just thought that it added a cute little touch to them. I got this knob at Target. It came in a pack. And then I got this at Michael's, but it's actually a jewel. So you can do all sorts of different things with the top there. And instead of doing a candlestick at the bottom of this Christmas tree, I decided to do a cork, just to change it up a little bit. And I really like how that turned out. I just left it just the regular cork color, but you could also spray paint that. And this was a lifesaver with this project, this cutting board, because I could just lay my scrapbooking paper down to the size it needed to be and cut it really quickly. If you don't have one, you can still do this project using scissors, but this made it a lot easier. Okay, those are the supplies that you're going to need. I'm excited to show you how to make these, so let's get started. Okay, so to start this project, you're going to have to cut these strips of paper, which takes a little while. I suggest just like watching a movie or something and doing it while you're sitting there watching the movie. So I just took my paper and I measured how big I wanted it to be, and then I just cut it. Okay, so I cut mine to like 1/4 of an inch wide. So you're just going to feel like you cut out like 100 of these, but you're going to need quite a few, like you can see in my pile here. Once you have that cut, you're going to fold it in half. And then cut it in 2 with your scissors. And then you're just going to repeat that with each piece of your scrapbooking paper until you have nice piles, and then you're ready to put them on your Christmas tree. Okay, for our next step, we're going to grab our pieces of paper and we're going to fold those in half like so. And we're going to grab one of our needles. We're going to lay that down, and then we're just going to take our loop and place it on our cone, and you're just going to put that wherever you want this bottom loop to be. I'm going to put it about right there, and then I'm just going to grab one of my needles and pin it into place. Just like so. And then you're just going to continue on around the circle with the same pattern of scrapbooking paper, doing the same thing. These trees kind of seem a little tedious. You're doing the same things over and over, but they turn out so cute, so it's worth it. Okay, lay that down and pin it into place. Okay, once you're done with your first row of scrapbooking paper, it's going to look like this. Now we're just going to continue on doing the same thing with the other layers and using the different patterns of scrapbooking paper. So I'm just going to take this next one and do the same thing. I'm just going to fold that in half. And then this time you're going to place it where you want your second level to fall. And I suggest placing it a little higher up. The first Christmas tree I made, I bunched them all down, tried to get them really close together, and it looked kind of funny. So I suggest leaving some space I'm going to start mine about right there. I'm just going to take a needle and pin it into place. And something else that I wanted to mention is while you're pinning your papers around, you're going to want to try to keep them all at the same level so that they all fall in the same place. And just continue on all the way around your Christmas tree. And just pin that into place. Okay, you guys, we are finally on our last row, and this one's going to be a little different. I decided to use these nails, or you can use the regular silver flat push pins, but I'm using these nails because that's what I had. And I'm going to use them instead of the push pin needles with the beads on the end, just because like this one over here, I'm going to lay a piece around it and I want that to lay flat. So we're going to do the same thing, just using the nails. I'm going to fold that over. I'm taking that up to the top here and secure that with a nail. Just like that. Okay, once you're done with your last row, you have them all on there, we're going to take another piece of the paper that is the same pattern, and we're going to wrap that around the top there just to cover up all of those nails. And then I'm just going to take that around here in the back, and then I'm going to secure that with a needle. I'm just going to push that in the back there. Just like so. And then cut off the extra scrapbooking paper. Okay, and next we're going to glue our cork to the bottom. So I'm just going to put some E6000 on my cork. And the reason that I'm using E6000 instead of hot glue is because it sticks to the styrofoam a lot better. But it does take a little longer to dry, so be really careful with your tree while it's drying. I'm just gonna turn that around and put that in the middle. And carefully push that on there. And carefully turn it around. And then we're going to glue our knob to the top with our E6000. Okay, you guys, that is it for our paper tree. Now I'm really excited to show you how to put the felt one together, so let's get started on that. Okay, to start our felt Christmas trees, we're going to take our sheets of felt, and we're going to be doing red for this one. And we're going to cut it into strips, and then into squares, and then into circles. So I made my strips about 1.5 inches wide. I just cut that out. And then I went about 1.5 inches out and cut them into squares, just like so. So for the small and the medium tree, you're going to need 2 sheets of felt just to be safe. You might have a little left over, but for the big Christmas tree, we're going to need 3 sheets of felt. So make sure that you get enough so that you don't run out, because that would be the worst. Okay, once you have all of your felt cut into squares, we're just going to cut those into circles. They don't have to be perfect. All right, and then add that to your pile of circles that you are going to make. And then we're just going to start layering, similar to what we did with our paper trees. We're just going to lay that down. And I wanted my circles to hang off the ends a little bit so that they looked scalloped. Then we're going to take our needle or our nail and pin that into place. Just like so. Then we're going to take our next piece and we're going to layer it on top of the other one, just a little bit, and pin that into place. So as you can see, this is really easy, but it is kind of tedious. All right, and then we're just going to continue doing that all the way around. Okay, once you're done with your first row, it's going to look something like this. And for our middle row, we're going to take our circles and we're going to lay them right in between those two so that it overlaps right there, and it's going to cover up those pins. Just like so. Then pin that into place. Just continue on doing that, overlapping and covering up those pins. Okay, I'm gonna do one last layer before we get to the top. So I'm just gonna take that close to the very top of that and pin that into place. We're so close. Okay, and then we're just going to take them on the top. We're going to do about 3. You're going to want to take it to the edge and then pin it into place up top. All right, and that is it. We only have one last thing to do, and that is to glue it to our candlestick. And again, I'm just using the E6000 because it glues to the styrofoam a little better. I'm just going to cover my candlestick holder. And glue that right in the middle there. And E6000 takes a little longer to dry, so you're going to want to be really careful while it dries. Once you have your candlestick holder glued on, be sure to set that aside and let it dry completely. And then once it's dry, your felt Christmas trees are done, and this is it. I love them so much. All right, you guys, that is it for my 2 favorite do-it-yourself Christmas trees. I would love to know if you guys try these, and I would love to know if you love them as much as I do. I think that they look so cute and they're so easy. Let me know if you try them, and let me know what you think down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Happy holidays. See you next time. Bye-bye.